Hmm?
Welcome to our new series. Okay, so this series would basically discussing court decisions so we could understand simply the pronouncements or the rules laid down by the court decisions. Okay, because in the past, I think that was last month, there was a taxpayer who came to us seeking assistance for a refund. Kwento was they were denied by the BIR. In the VAT refund notice, meron doon portion na sinasabi they were denied, although it was not largely on that aspect. One of the basis of the denials where yung purchases nila ay hindi VATable but rather zero rated. Kaya sila dininay. Okay? That taxpayer was an Ecozone registered enterprise or a registered business enterprise. It was quite surprising. This reminds me of this decided case last July 22, 2024, entitled Headcore Incorporated versus CIR, GR number 250317. In essence, ito ang namumuo ngayon na konsepto. Kaya maigi maintindihan natin. Ano ang related facts dito? Si taxpayer ay a domestic company. Siya ay authorized ni ERC, Energy Regulatory Commission, para mag-operate ng facilities used in the generation of electricity in various locations. It was registered also as Renewable Energy Developer with the Department of Energy last May 2016. But at that time, it was not issued a certificate, a DOE or Department of Energy certificate as Renewable Energy Developer. Now, under the tax code, you will find there zero rating on sales of electricity generated from renewable sources. So in other words, yung benta niya ay zero rated. Okay, and of course, maalala mo, sa tax code, pagka zero rated seller ka, you are allowed to file or to claim input VAT refund of your excess input VAT within 2 years from the quarter of zero-rated sale. So, ito na nga ang nangyari. For third quarter of calendar year 2012, itong taxpayer ay nag-file ng application for refund of excess input VAT under Section 112D of the tax code. So, basically, zero rating. So, because in zero rating, you have sales, meron kang benta, dahil zero rated, wala kang papasang 12%. Pero, meron kang bibilin, yung suppliers mo, generally, magpapasa siya ng 12%. Meron kang input VAT, wala kang output, your remedy is to refund yung excess input VAT. And that is what the taxpayer here was doing. Pagka-file niya, may 120 days. Dati pa ito, do not be confused. 120 days pa. Ngayon is 90 days. Okay, so dati 120 days. Nag-lapse ang 120 days, walang action si BIR. So that the taxpayer here has to file an appeal with the Court of Tax Appeals. Okay? So sa division. So sa division, talo siya. Bakit? Anong sabi sa division? It appears, sabi sa division na under Renewable Energy Act, meron doon zero rating. Ang purchases ng RE developer ay zero rated. In previous cases, mayroong kaso ng Context Corp at saka Coral Bay. Sinasabi ng kaso na yon, kapag ikaw ay zero rated sa purchase, tapos pinasahan ka ng 12%, dapat hindi ka nagre-refund sa BIR. But rather, you should be seeking reimbursement of value-added tax from the supplier. And it is the supplier, kasi siya ang nag-remit kay BIR, it is the supplier who is the proper party in claiming for VAT refund. Yung mga kaso na yan, yung in-apply ni CTA in denying the taxpayer's application here. Sa CTA Division, na-deny siya. Sa CTA Bank, na-deny siya. Next recourse was Supreme Court. And ito na nga, na-desisyonan na ni Supreme Court noong July 22, 2024. Okay, anong issue? Number 1, whether or not yung purchases ni taxpayer for third quarter of 2012 are vatable. Okay, whether or not purchases are zero rated pursuant to Section 15 of RA 9513 or vatable. So ano ba talaga? Zero rated siya or vatable? Pangalawang issue, which is connected to the first issue, tama ba ang remedy ni taxpayer dito nang mag-refund kay BIR? So basically, yung resolution sa number 2 depend kung ano magiging decision sa number 1. So anong sinabi ni Supreme Court doon sa unang issue? Whether or not vatable or zero rated, ang sabi ni Supreme Court, tingnan ang Section 26 ng Renewable Energy Act. Sinasabi doon, kailangan ng certification for purposes of zero rating. Because CTA Division and CTA and Bank was saying it was automatic. Zero rated, automatic, walang kailangang DOE certification. But the Supreme Court saying, Section 26, kailangan ng DOE certification for purposes of zero rating. And in this case, walang DOE certification. So because of this, sinabi ng Supreme Court, vatable. Tama na vatable ang purchases ng taxpayer dito. So yung suppliers niya, tama na magpasa sa kanya ng 12% VAT, hindi zero rated dahil walang certification kung hindi vatable, absent that certification. On the second issue, tama ba ang naging recourse ni taxpayer dito na siya ay mag-file ng refund for excess input VAT zero rating under Section 112D sa halip na mag-file siya ng reimbursement, mag-seek ng reimbursement sa supplier niya in relation to Context Corp and Coral Bay cases. Okay? Kasi in that case, ang sinasabi na si supplier dapat ang nagre-refund, hindi si buyer. Okay? So, ang sinabi ni Supreme Court, tama ang remedy ni taxpayer dito. Dahil nga, dun sa unang pronouncement, vatable, ibig sabihin, meron siyang valid na input VAT. Kaya zero rated ang sales, unquestionably, meron siyang excess input VAT, sa matter of right, pwede niyang i-claim for a refund. In short, correct ang remedy ni taxpayer for filing input VAT refund, excess input VAT from zero rating. And also, if you would look at the decision of the Supreme Court, meron siyang binigay, ni-reiterate, na listahan ng requirements for VAT refund under Section 112A of the Tax Code. Ibig sabihin, kung ikaw ay mag-apply ng refund under Section 112A of the Tax Code, ito ang mga bagay na dapat mong tandaan para mag-file ng refund. Number 1, the taxpayer is a VAT registered. Ano exception dito? If you would know, yung BIR regulations, registered business enterprises are required mag-convert to non-VAT registration pag sila ay under 5%. So, BIR regulations expressly provided na kahit sila ay non-VAT, pwede pa rin sila mag-file ng refund. Okay, that is an exception. So, ibig sabihin in general, VAT registered, except if you are registered business enterprise under 5% where you are required non-VAT, but still, you are allowed to file a refund. Number 2 requirement, the taxpayer is engaged in zero-rated or effectively zero-rated. Number 3, input taxes are due or paid. So, dito pumapasok yung Context Corp at Coral Bay cases, due or paid. So, ibig sabihin, pag ikaw ay registered business enterprise, tapos yung purchases mo ay dapat zero-rated kasi covered ng incentive, wala ka dapat input VAT. Hindi ka dapat papasahan. So, erroneous ang pagpasa ng input VAT. In such case, ang recourse mo hindi mag-file ng refund sa BIR but rather reimbursement doon sa supplier. Supplier ang proper party for claiming the refund in accordance with Context Corp and Coral Bay pronouncements. Number 4, input taxes are not transitional input taxes. Diba? Transitional input VAT. Kung ikaw ay first time naging vatable, so from non-VAT, then meron kang transitional input VAT, a certain percentage of your value of your inventory versus your actual input VAT, whichever is higher. Number 5, input taxes have not been applied against output taxes during and in the succeeding quarters. Ibig sabihin, yung input VAT na nire-refund mo, hindi mo kiniri over or hindi mo pa ginamit doon sa subsequent quarters. Bakit? Kasi doble. I-refund mo pero na-carry over mo naman pala, gagamitin mo naman pala in subsequent quarters. At number 6, the input taxes are attributable to zero-rated, effectively zero-rated sale. Bakit? Kasi yung input taxes, iba-iba ang treatment. Number one, kung halimbawa, mixed ang sales mo, may batable, may zero rated, may exempt sales, yung mga common input taxes i-allocate mo. And kada item ng sale ay mayroong corresponding treatment ang input VAT. Kung batable yan, napunta sa batable, attributable sa batable, then carry over. Hindi mo pwedeng ma-refund yun. Kapag exempt sales naman, attributable to exempt sale, ang input taxes mo doon ay either part ng cost or expense. Depende kung saan na-relate. Kung asset ang binili mo, part ng cost, madi-depreciate. Pag related sa expense payment yon, part ng expense. Then number 7, for specific zero-rated sale, dapat paid in acceptable foreign currency, accounted for in accordance with BSP. So specific transactions doon. Number 8, where both zero-rated or effectively zero-rated and taxable or exempt, and input taxes cannot be directly and entirely attributable to any of these. Ayan, common source ng input VAT. The input taxes shall be proportionately allocated on the basis of sales volume. It goes back to the input VAT being attributable to zero-rated or effectively zero-rated sales. And finally, number 9, the claim is filed within 2 years from the close of taxable quarter when such sales were made. So, 2 years. Yung end of the quarter ng sale. Hindi yung filing date ng quarter na yan. For example, kahapon is March 31. 2 years going back, 2023. January to March of 2023, dapat na-file yon until kahapon. Otherwise, kung hindi na-file, edi wala na. Next quarter ka na lang. Doon ka na makaka-file ulit. So, it should have been filed within 2 years from the close of taxable quarter. Okay? So, that ends our discussion. Please follow our channel and we will be discussing more about important pronouncements in court cases. Okay? So, we'll have more series related to this. Okay? Bye and happy taxing day.